Hi, my name is Cameron McDowell and here is my story. I've always believed in God since I was young. I grew up going to church with my parents to the Warrigal Uniting Church ever since I was a little kid. But when I was in Year 7, a friend invited me to go to the youth group down the road at Warrigal Anglican Church. I discovered so many more modern types of music. I met so many people my own age, and I worked out that music has been a big part in my journey with God. I kept going to church with Mum and Dad on Sunday mornings, but then I went to my youth group on Sunday nights, which I really enjoyed. While in youth group, I ended up going to lots of different events, like Youth Alive, Summer Under the Sun camps, and state youth games. I met a lot of people my age and worked out that church could be a lot of fun. In 2007, we got a new youth minister named Tom. He has been such a great influence in my life and a big part of my journey ever since then. In 2008, Tom and I went to Planetshakers conference. I was so amazed because I never experienced anything like that, and it changed my whole outlook on church and my journey with God. I was finding it difficult in the mornings to still go to church with Mum and Dad. I wasn't enjoying it as much. I tried to introduce some more modern songs, but they weren't accepting of it. So I ended up moving to a different church called the Church of Christ, but I never really felt at home there. I was still involved in my youth group and I loved it there, but that was really the only thing I was enjoying about church at the time. I went to Planetshakers conference in 2009 and then soon after started going to church. I've never been so happy to attend church in my entire life, and so I just kept on going. I kept attending my youth group to the end of 2010. At the end of that year, Tom decided to move. I also decided to make Planetshakers my home church, so I decided to leave the youth group behind. In March 2011, I met with Anna, who oversees all the media at Planetshakers, about helping out at church. I was assigned to help out at Boom, as it was the only area that I could actually serve in from where I lived. During that time, I was given the role of setting up projectors, screens, and then being trained on words for Boom. Over the following years, I kept volunteering out at Boom. In April 2013, I started attending Creative Discipleship Nights, where everyone on the creative team at Planetshakers gets together for praise, worship, and teaching. I met with Anna to see if I could have an opportunity of doing words for church. She then organised a training day. During that first training day, Anna was so impressed that she decided I didn't need any more training. And I was just put straight on the roster. So since May 2013, I've been doing words for church. But the biggest thing was that in August of that year, Anna actually put me on doing words for Beautiful Woman. And that was the biggest event that I'd ever done, and I'd only been doing words for a little while. During that time, I got to meet a lot of friends throughout the church, through the staff, through our media team, through Boom, and it actually made me feel part of a team and actually made me feel part of the family. I got to do so many things during 2013 to help with the media side of church. I got to help work on the first episode of Planetshakers TV, which was a really big highlight for me. In October of 2013, the band did a regional tour. One of the stops was Bairnsdale. I organised with them for me to take the train up there to meet with them, and I got to be part of the tour team for the night. It was a great experience to just hang out with the guys and be part of outside of church and just be part of the team and get to know them as friends. And my youth minister, Tom, got to come for part of that night, and it was great to bring the two worlds together, because if it wasn't for Tom, I never would have gone to 2008 conference. I would never have met these guys. I would never have ever have gone to that event. At the end of 2013, I felt confident enough to ask Anna about helping out doing some video editing for church. She thought about it, and then at the start of 2014, she emailed me asking me to do a job for her. Ever since then, my video editing skills have improved, and I'm in the office at least 2 days a week helping her out. I do a lot of different promos and help her with a lot of different tasks. I was so excited to be helping out at Planetshakers Awakening 2014. It was my first time ever being involved in the conference. But the day before, my granddad died, and I couldn't enjoy Awakening. I just kept myself busy and just to block out what was really going on in the rest of my life. On the final day of awakening, that was the funeral. It was a very emotional day for me. It finally hit me that he was gone. After the funeral, I came straight back to awakening. Everyone was so supportive of me, but I really didn't know until later. That night, when pulling into the driveway, there were flowers waiting in there. We joked about that they could be for me. We looked at them and they actually were. They were actually from Pastor Russell, Pastor Sam and the whole team. I was so touched, I was so emotional, because for them to order these flowers and to give them and get them delivered during the biggest event in the church's life meant so much to me. It showed me how much they cared for me and how much this church really means for me and how much of a part of the team I really am. At the end of 2014, Anna decided to give me two new roles. Putting together Planetshakers news every week and putting together our monthly creative roster. This meant that I was doing a lot more and she was trusting me a lot more with some roles. 2015 has been a very hard year for me so far. We've had so many changes, I've had so many personal things that have happened, but through it all, I've had my friends, my family, and even God who have got me get through this. And I praise God for all my friends at Gambling who have helped me get through this. I have found real purpose with my skills in media and with doing words for church. I know this helps people connect with God. Even if I've never met them, I feel honoured that I'm part of that journey with God. I'm also grateful for everyone who has impacted my life and helped me to get to where I am today. I wouldn't be on this path now and helping out Planetshakers without all of you. I'd also like to thank God, because I would not be doing half the things that I'm doing now without Him. I love you, God. I love you so much, and I thank you for everything that you've done, what you will do, and what you are doing in my life.